Capital structure analysis. Capital structure refers to the mix of different sources of financing used by a company to fund its operations and growth. These sources generally include equity, such as common stock and retained earnings, and debt, such as bank loans, bonds, and other borrowings. Some companies may also use preferred stock, which has characteristics of both debt and equity. In simple terms, capital structure shows how a company finances its assets, whether more through borrowing money or using its own funds. 2. Definition of capital structure analysis. Capital structure analysis is the process of evaluating and examining the proportion of debt and equity used by a company and assessing how this composition affects the company's risk, profitability, cost of capital, and overall financial performance. The main objective of capital structure analysis is to determine whether a company is using an optimal capital structure, meaning a structure that minimizes the cost of capital while maximizing firm value. 3. Importance of capital structure analysis. Capital structure analysis is important for several reasons. Risk assessment. A company with a high level of debt faces higher financial risk because it must make regular interest and principal payments, regardless of its profit situation. Cost of capital debt is usually cheaper than equity because interest payments are tax deductible. However, excessive debt increases bankruptcy risk. Profitability and return. Proper use of debt can increase return on equity, financial leverage, but too much debt can reduce profitability. Investor and creditor decisions. Investors and lenders use capital structure analysis to evaluate the financial health and stability of a company. 4. Components of capital structure. Equity. Capital, common stock, retained earnings, additional paid-in capital, debt. Capital, short-term debt, long-term loans, bonds payable, hybrid securities, preferred stock, convertible bonds. 5. Common ratios. Used in capital structure analysis. Some key financial ratios used include debt-to-equity ratio, DE ratio, measures the proportion of debt compared to equity. Debt-to-equity ratio equals total debt, total equity, debt-to-equity ratio, total equity, total debt. Debt ratio indicates the percentage of assets financed by debt. Debt ratio equals total debt, total assets, debt ratio, total assets.